Gotta be on that page or YouTube gets cranky. All right. Getting Grumble up and running, even though, let me, as I was reminded the other night by Jay Watterson, don't do potty language in the first 30 seconds. Sorry, I'm putting my phone on silent. Don't do potty language the first 30 seconds, but let me tell you right now, Rumble is making that very hard right now. Rumble had a kerfuffle where it wouldn't let me, I'd get so far to setting my stream up, you go to submit, it wouldn't do anything. I ran it even through my other computer, and it wouldn't do it at first. Finally, after refreshing both computers about 7 times, I finally got my secondary over here to suddenly updo it. So we'll see how it goes. Unsure what's going to happen. But I know I'm streaming across a lot of big channels. Don't give a rat's ass. It's just nice to actually be on before 3 a.m. So I'm going to try to get on here. And boy, I just smeared my glasses. This is the quality you're going to get, guys. We are going to talk about a couple things tonight. Trump. Democrats are just beside themselves. Once again, if Donald Trump said drinking piss was bad, they would suddenly all be glugging down gallons of pee. These people, if Trump said cancer is bad, they'd all be going out trying to give themselves cancer. They'd be eating tumors. This is the idiocy of the left. Well, now Trump got peace, at least for now, in the Middle East, got the hostages secured. How about we start there? He got the hostages secured. That's not one that, well, Hamas can just take them back. Sorry, Indian giver, we're going to take them back. Sorry, I really smeared these things. So that is done. At least Trump got the hostages out. So woo-hoo, Donald Trump. Now, as for peace, we'll see. But, the left. Some of the left is actually being honest and going, wow, he did a good job. This is amazing. This is great. But the rest are just losing it. Sorry, I am trying to check my sound since I am the only one here. Boom. Mute his. Sorry, I am trying. There we go. All right. When you're a lonely little dude just trying to stream across like 10 huge channels that are streaming right now, well, it is what it is. But yeah, Donald Trump secures. The left just can't. They are losing. They're knucking minds. And the bad thing is some people, CNN, MSNBC, have had to admit this is a great thing for the Trump administration. And honestly it is. Just getting the hostages released is something that, Kamala couldn't have done. Biden couldn't have done. It's a great thing. And it's good to see these people finally come home. So yeah, and it was on over about, actually I was live streaming already when Trump was doing this. He was over there in Israel talking about the brokered peace deal he had. But I was already on something and didn't switch. Donald Trump brokered a landmark agreement in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, on October 13th. So I'm very happy for him. The past 24 hours, as hostages were freed in a peace deal he brokered, President Trump flew to Israel, spoke to the press, met with Israeli leaders, spoke to the press, met with the families of the hostages, delivered an hour-long speech to the Knesset, did an interview, flew to Egypt, met with the Egyptian president, spoke to the press, took photos and chatted individually with dozens of world leaders, signed the historic Gaza peace deal, delivered another speech, met privately with world leaders, flew back to the U.S., our great president of peace. Damn Skippy. I cannot even pronounce this guy, but holy crap. Dude, just reading this one post, Joe Biden couldn't have done more than flew to Israel, spoke to the press. And it would have been some bullshit he's reading off his card, some little statement, and then I'm supposed to call on you and you and you, and then I'm just going to wander off God knows where. That's as far as he would have got. He would have got to number 2 on this list. Spoke to the press. Done. Ain't no way he would have done the rest of this. I'll say it right now. Donald Trump is, wow, he's got energy. I don't give a rat's ass if he's big, tall, fat, semi out of shape, whatever, or totally out of shape. Somehow the guy has got insane scads of energy. If nothing else, it's his own arrogance, his own ego driving him. He wants to do good. He wants to secure his place in history. You know what? So do a lot of people. We'd all love to. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Hell, I'd like to have my place secured after I'm gone. Some mark of me being here. Donald Trump's mark is there. Oh my God, but he wants to keep going. He does. He wants to keep going. This is crazy for a man his age. There are people in their 30s and 40s, especially lefties, all that soy power, that couldn't do half of this. Very few people close to 80 years old could do half of this. Insane energy. His drive is crazy. Hey, Joel, how you doing, man? Welcome, my friend. I don't know if YouTube sent out notifications because my phone is set on some of my other accounts, and I subscribe to my Lion's Den account on my 4 other accounts. And none of those 4 other accounts got a notification. So, thank you, YouTube. And thank you, by the way. I'm over my 30 seconds now. Jay Waters always told me to watch that 30 seconds. Fuck you, Rumble. Rumble has got to fix their stuff. I had a huge problem across both of my computers trying to get my live stream on Rumble to work. It looks like it's working now, though. But Rumble has got a problem. Woof. But yeah, I mean, come on. Donald Trump is insane energetic. So Democrats are just apoplectic on this. Let me see here. It's those Big Macs. McDonald's are giving. You think, Joel, you think it's all the preservatives in there? Maybe those preservatives, maybe we have it wrong. Maybe RFK's got it wrong. Maybe all those preservatives are actually good for you. Come on. What do they use in the mummies in Egypt? Some type of preservative. Come on. You got to wonder if maybe Big Macs have that same preservative in them. Insanely crazy. I mean, Trump did it. The hostages and remains, sad, are back with their families. Free Palestine protesters are going to have to find something else to do. Perhaps a job at first day shower. That's the funny thing is, all these free Palestine, which is a made-up place, by the way. At least a made-up country. All these people bitching and, oh, Trump is evil. Trump is this. America's bad. Well, Trump just made peace. Where are you all out there lauding him? The funny thing is, though, there are people marching in both Gaza and Israel saying, thank you, Donald Trump. But where are our American free Palestine people? No, they're losing their mind because, oh my God, Cheeto did it. Cheeto got another win. Oh my God, Cheeto. You know what? Here's my big problem with these idiots, with idiot lefties. They piss and moan about Trump, yet then, oh, he'll never do this. He'll never get this. This will never get done. Every time he gets something done, they never give him credit. They turn around to something else. They do not go, well, damn, nice job. They don't see that Trump, every time they say he can't do something, won't do something, or he's evil, he does it and does it right. He brings home another win, and they just ignore it. Sooner or later, the wins have to stack up. In their own brain, they're going, am I the baddie? Yes, you are the bad guys. Trump keeps win after win after win, doing impossible thing after impossible thing, doing good after good after good. Sooner or later, you think their little pea brains that go, crap, we're on the wrong side of this. We're on the wrong side. Everything we march against, Trump fixes. Damn, we're the bad guys. But nope, and nope. So, let's see here. Let's see what, let's see. They've had to admit it. We've had to admit it. I mean, that is crazy cool. Meeting with families of these people. Foof. All right.
That mouse go
Damn, his daughter's tall too. Holy crap. What's with the masks? Some of these people are wearing. I mean, this ain't showing much. I've seen this clip, but it just shows all these leaders walking together and look what we did. Everybody's got to get their press moment in. But no, it's... I mean, jeez. Let me see here. I don't understand why half the country doesn't want America to be great. Well, because Joel, they hate America. Because they're empty, vapid people. They're hollow inside. There's nothing there. They have nothing in their lives. And you know what? I will blame some of the boomer generation for some of it. I've said 100 times, even up to the mid-90s, you could, at least in my area, the Quad Cities, we had a place called 23rd Avenue. You could cruise. They had the Ones in Davenport. You could cruise. We had Miller Time billiards and pool. I know it's actually called that, even though they had, some people think billiards and pool are saying they're not. We had video games there. We had places to hang out. People let people hang out at gas stations and the old Sears building and cruise the Ave. There was 3 or 4 huge warehouse-sized underage nightclubs. There was 30-plus overage nightclubs in this area. Good dance clubs. Stars and Stripes, Vic Ferraris. Wow, if you ever went there. Woof. If you're from the Quad Cities and you went to Stars and Stripes, Vic Ferraris, drop a like and comment. Comment what your favorite song was at Stars and Stripes / Vic Ferraris in the day. We had so many places. And it wasn't just my area of the Quad Cities. We had malls that were busy. We had tons of things to do. Well, the boomers, as they got old, they got bitter and removed so much for people to do. Then they made it illegal to cruise, illegal to sit in parking lots. They did so much stupid crap that the avenues died. All the business died. Miller Time Billiards is gone. Oh, you can't go in groups in the mall because, oh my God, groups of kids in the mall is horrible. So younger people stopped going to the mall. Malls died. Good job, guys. And that's through a lot of America. These lefties are bored. You add in crazy social media, and then 11 to 12 years of crazy far left and deep state government brainwashing. You've got empty people. You've got people that are just losing it, don't know what to do with themselves. So, Joel, these people hate not just America. They hate anything that's better than them. If you are doing better than them, if you are self-assured, happy in any way, in shape, whatever it is, they have nothing. They're empty. They have no prospects. They've done nothing. Mommy and Daddy told them everything come out of their asses was unicorn sprinkles and just rainbow farts. It was amazing. You're number 1, Junior. You don't have to do anything and everybody gets a trophy. And then Trump is evil. Add all that in, what do we get? I watched a police video. Maybe I'll try to find it before we leave here. A police, one of those interaction arrest videos you see all the time, the body cam videos. This obvious trans person they were arresting said it all. The Democrats and leftist media have screwed up crazy amounts of people. This person was in mental turmoil, not knowing if they wanted to be alive, not knowing what was going on, just hating themselves now. So it's scary. So Joel, it's not just they hate America, they hate everything. They wake up in the morning unhappy, sad, mad, and empty. It's crazy. And honestly, I agree. If Donald Trump come out and said, drinking your urine is bad for you, they'd all be slugging urine. They're goofy. These are people that need to be in mental institutions. MAGA. Make asylums great again. Amazing how it works for both of them. All remaining hostages released by Hamas this morning. A ceasefire went into effect. We'll see how long that part lasts. At least the hostages are free. Ending a nightmare for Israelis and Palestinians alike. Gazans. I'm not going to say Palestinians. And handing President Donald Trump a major diplomatic victory. 100%. 100%. I was looking for the news media on it, though. Participation awards added to it. Yeah, that's what I said, Joel. The everybody gets a trophy generation. I say that all the time. I say it all the time. There we go. Let's see. Here we go. If you can't give Donald, this is Chris Saliza. I don't know who that is. If you can't give Donald Trump credit for what he did, Hamas, Israel, you are totally a blind partisan. Now, my big problem with this is the fact that these people will, some of MSNBC, CNN are going, dang, he did good. Wow, this is an amazing thing. This is something that maybe Kamala could never have done. Joe couldn't have done. Then they turn around and crap on him about all the National Guard and all the crime in this country and all the illegals. They still can't go, damn, we may be wrong about this guy. They can't do it. Lefties have no self-examination.
We've heard it again and again from a number of people today, really giving credit to President Trump for getting this deal over the finish line. What are you hearing from your sources with regard to President Trump's role in getting both parties to sign off on at least the first phase of this peace plan?
Well, certainly this is an enormous moment for the world, but also for this administration, a big win for the president, who has been very personally.
This is peace deal number what, 6, 7? He's done tons of small wars. Yes, I don't want to hear it, lefties. Come on, bring it, lefties. Well, the whole Russia-Ukraine thing is still going on. He said he'd fix it day one. Hey, you know what? Hyperbole. He got in there and went, oh, jeez, what a mess this is. And honestly, the Biden administration, actually not Biden. Biden didn't do jack. The Biden administration, the people running Biden, really buried us in that sucker. We're buried up past our buttholes in Ukraine. I'm not, and Putin knows it. He's not dumb.
Involved in this, Lindsay.
Yeah, it's amazing what they're saying. They have to be honest. It's really crazy.
So many questions remain as to whether Hamas will indeed demilitarize. Will they give up their weapons? There's a lot of skepticism about.
I doubt it. I'd say in the next 1 to 2 years max, they'll be launching rockets again. The big thing that we're going to remember about this is Trump got the hostages out. Trump got them out after the years and at least stopped this for a while. I mean, personally, I'm not sure we should involved. I kind of wanted it to be ended the other way. I wanted one side to win and stomp the other into a mud hole. Done. That's how wars end. When one side cannot or will not keep fighting. That's it. You win. I lose. Let's have peace. We're done. That's how you win wars. This here, to me, as much as I want to support Trump on this, and I do, he did good, but it's just like everything's been going on for the last 50, 60, 70 years in this. It's another lull, and I think it's going to fire back up. Sooner or later, Hamas is going to launch some rockets in, and it's going to be going again. We need to, I think even Donald Trump, in a way, I laud him for trying for peace, but I don't think he should have done it, in a way. I think should let Israel win. Or Hamas. Somebody needs to win this effing war. That's how you end it. How we ended World War I, World War II. Any war in history was ended by one person flipping winning. There's no winner here. I think, unfortunately, it's going to be a lull. When I was young, I always wanted to vacation in New York. Now I think D.C. would be better and safer. Dude, New York is... we're going to get there in a little bit, Joel. You're as good as Jay Watterson moving ahead of me, but I appreciate that. I think you're right. Democrats are on the verge of a huge shift right now. And if Mondami wins, whoa. This had to hurt. MSNBC just has to be in pain. I'll bet half their staff is in counseling tonight. Out having counseling with Jack Daniels and or God knows their diversity and equity officer. Or is it Mitt Trump as a peacemaker? Oh, God. Their headline takes up less than 10% of their visible page. Yeah. Even then, they still can't admit it. Even though I don't mind Letitia James and these assholes over here being as big because they need to be in jail. I've been to D.C. D.C. when I was younger was pretty cool to see, but even then when they were worried about certain areas they took us to. Let's see what this doable. Oh, Abby.
We have a situation,
old mostly wrong Abby. Oh my God, this lady. I didn't see what she said yet, so this is fresh for me too.
Gentlemen, for the first time in the history of the world, CNN has officially praised President Trump.
Oh,
they have
my.
no other option. Let's go to CNN.
My.
Not doable when President Biden was in office.
Not
I think the biggest problem that the President Biden had is there was no pressure from Qatar, from Turkey, from Egypt. They were.
No. Biggest problem President Biden has, President Biden wasn't doing jack and shit. President Biden was barely there. He was having a hard enough time not holding his hands like Cornholio and pooping himself. Not being mean to the man, the Democrats used him. Whether I like Joe Biden or not, I think he's actually been a horrible man most of his life. They used him. You use a senile, mental, old person, something wrong with you. They used that man. He was a figurehead at best. It was weekend at Biden's.
We're actually facilitating in many ways.
I mean, but I think
Sorry, I know I cut some of that, but there we go. Sorry it was.
In many ways.
I mean, but I think by saying that, it's sort of an acknowledgement. Trump has changed that dynamic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I think
absolutely.
that.
I mean, he's clearly.
I don't know how he,
changed
you know, and I think there's a lot that remains to learn about what prompted that change. But I do agree, yes, somehow.
What prompted that change? Trump said, "Hey, Netanyahu, hey, Hamas, end this shit or I will." That's what ended it. You end it or I will do it my way. And they looked at Trump and said, shit, he'll do it. Remember, Trump hasn't been overly nice to Netanyahu either. People, oh my God, Israel rules us. Trump has been pissed. He's cussed about stuff Israel's done. Remember? They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Remember that? Yeah. He hasn't been just kissing Israel's ass. He's been all over them too. Donald Trump does not like war. If for nothing else, because he's a businessman and knows it's horrible for business. If for nothing else.
Some way that changed.
But they will turn from this and they go right back to cussing Trump. Evil fascist. He did an amazing job here, but he's a fascist here.
It's hilarious. They're struggling. They really don't want to praise Trump, but they have to.
Yeah, they were dancing. This guy's right. Tausi TV is right. They were dancing. They were really trying not to just out and out say it. I want to know who invented the auto pen. Actually, let's find out, Joel. Since you ask. I gotta rearrange my stuff better so someday this isn't in between me and the keyboard. Here we go. Robert M. DeShazo Jr. invented the first commercially successful auto pen in 1942. Variation of the signature copying devices have existed for centuries, with Thomas Jefferson using a John Isaac Hawkins invention called a polygraph. Change that now. As early as 1803. DeShazo invented his machine in response to a request from the U.S. Navy. So there you go. So let's say John Isaac Hawkins is who invented the auto pen originally. How's that, Joel? Ask and ye shall receive, especially if you're my only person in the chat. You know, this shows there are other people watching. They're just not chatting. Okay. And let's see. Grumble has some people over there too. How you doing, people on Rumble? I see you over there, and I am checking the chat off and on. So yeah, it's nice that Trump did good. Trump did good. We're going to end there. I know everybody's beat this to death, but all we can say is Donald Trump once again delivered another win. And they are not happy. They have to admit it. That's why they kept it small. Trump says Israel, Hamas signed first phase of Gaza peace plan. Teeny, 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 teeny over here. Gotta keep it tiny. But then it got Democrats proved the insiders wrong on the shutdown in big. Gotta support them Democrats. Screw the historic peace deal and bringing home hostages. Keep that tiny, tiny, tiny. Tiny. Jackasses. Tell me there's not a bias here. And I'm sorry, I don't care if it's talking Fox News, Newsmax. Bias is one thing. At least Newsmax and Fox News will tell you a bias. You know, Fox is actually pretty left outside the big names. Jesse Waters, The Five, stuff like that. They are definitely right-leaning. They don't hide that. Fox News itself is actually pretty center or left. But the others try to act like CNN, fair and balanced. Bullshit. Bullshit. Hey, Bunny, what is up? Been raining like crazy? Well, if you're in a mountain, if the water gets up to the mountains, you got problems. How you doing, buddy? All right, so, by the way, guys, please do me a favor. Yes, hit the thumbs up, and please share the stream out. Because this is another stream where everybody's emailing me at lionsdenws6@gmail.com. I've had a bunch where people keep asking me to stream early. Don't keep streaming at 2, 3, 4 a.m. Do an earlier stream. I do it, and less than a quarter of the people show up. So please share the stream out. I do know for a fact that notifications did not go out well because I have 3 other YouTube accounts, and none of them have got a notification of my stream. You know, I subscribe to my channel. Just saying. Actually, I only subscribed from 2 of them, and neither of those got it. So, okay. Please share it out. I appreciate that. But, yeah, Donald Trump did good. And this is just, it just goes on and on. This here is crazy. This is tough. I mean, President Trump speaking to families of the hostages earlier today. Man, that was, I know that was a couple days ago, guys. But just the feeling, and he did this. Can you imagine the feeling these people are having right now? Donald Trump just secured more votes for his party. If Donald Trump could run again, he just secured more votes for his re-election. Trump 2020. I need one of those hats.
Trump, you have the best crowd in the world. What do you guys have to say to President Trump?
Thank you. Thank you. You did it.
You did it.
And I know this is days ago, guys, but still.
This is amazing.
This guy here is about to lose
Mr.
it.
President, we believe in you.
She's barely containing
we know you've
herself.
done so much for us over the past, since you became a president, even before that. And we trust you'll fulfill the mission until every hostage, every 48 of the hostages.
Oh, you did, Joel? Cool.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it. That's good.
Blessed be the peacemakers.
God bless you, Mr. President. God
Jay
bless you.
Watterson, what's up, cracker? And I have no idea. Never met you. Met him. I could be saying, what's up, my ninja? But no, it's just, what do you do with this guy? What do you do? He's just damn amazing. Just everything he's done. This is big, and they are trying to hide it. They are trying to sweep it under the rug. How you doing tonight, Jay Watterson, my friend? Joel beat you here, buddy. That's not like you. All right, so let me check here on Rumble. See, oh, I lost one on Rumble. Okay, no problem. Rumble was having issues earlier. Whoa. But like my title said, are the Democrats on the verge of a earthquake-style monster shift over to socialism? I think so. You got them keeping, Schumer is keeping the shutdown going until the No Kings rally. Why? He's scared shitless of this. He is scared. Because AOC, all polling shows AOC is ahead of him. If she primaries Schumer, she wins. She will be the New York senator, which is what she wants. She wants a little more high profile. She wants a little more money, a little more power. And Schumer is scared shitless. And this isn't just Schumer. Look at Pelosi. AOC, last week we talked about in the stream, that AOC was saying, hey, come to my office and talk if you want to actually have a deal, Republicans. Come to my office. You know where to find me. She went right around Pelosi. And we played a video clip of Pelosi. She was mad. She was trying to act like, I don't know why you would say this. Oh, we're all together. You could, her jaw was clenched. She was chewing nails. And probably taking shots at Jack Daniels. So, man, she was mad as fuck about it. There is a huge shift in the Democrat Party, getting rid of the old class of Democrats and moving to the new. And the new, unfortunately, is AOC and Mamdani. They're socialists. Remember, AOC openly admits she's a Democrat socialist. So do other of the younger Democrats. Mamdani says he's a Democrat socialist because that word has less stigma than communist. But you look at everything he's saying, Mamdani's a communist. So Democrats use the word socialist. I think even AOC is a borderline communist. But man, oh man, I think Schumer is scared shitless right now. Even though you would think, I think once your pants, your belt line of your pants hit your nipples, male or female, if your lower end clothing, underwear, the line of your dress, your slacks, hit your nipples or that close to your nipples, done. You are out of our government. And have you seen Schumer? Dude, the guy, if you go by his pants line, there is nothing left up here except his head and shoulders. Not picking on the shampoo. Jay Watterson, hi, looking at your screenshots from yesterday. Oh no. What screenshots did Jay Watterson do? No notification, Jay Watterson. Okay. Yeah, my 2 accounts where I subscribe to my channel, yeah, I didn't get any. I do that just to see if I get notifications, and I've had 0. Wild Turkey. Dude, my dad, Joel. My dad I grew up, my dad always drank Wild Turkey 101. And now he also drinks the rare breed. What's that, 110? Something like that? That stuff is frisky. That's frisky. Schumer's a tumor waiting to be removed. Yeah, but the problem is, Jay Watterson, is AOC, Mamdani, and all the other waiting young Democrat socialists any better? And that's what I was worried about, is the shift of these people. So yeah, and this is days ago, but out of fear, AOC, her primary challenge, there had been polling out that shows she will beat him. She primaries him, she'll beat him. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think AOC will primary his ass anyway, or will she wait till next time? I mean, when's Schumer up for re-election? Hang on. I want to know. Oops, I know I spelled it badly. I'm trying to find out when he's up for re-election. Whose terms? Where is Schumer? Schumer. I don't care. I don't care about that. Where's Schumer? There he is, Charles Schumer. So he expires in 2029? So he's good until 2029? It's 2025. So he's really good then for another... Dude, how old is Chuck Schumer? Dude, I don't even know how old he is. How old is Chuck Schumer? There we go. How old is Chuck Schumer? 74. So old Chucky boy here is looking at, he'll be at least 78. Maybe it's time to go away. And what's the other one's name? What's the other one? Schumer and, oh, come on. This one, Schumer doesn't have his pants that high. It's, what's his name? Oh, come on. You know who I'm talking about. Let's see. Nobody can show me. Come on, somebody help me. Jay Watterson, I know you know who I'm talking about. Schumer isn't the bad one. He's got his pants a little high, but they're starting to creep up. If you look at him younger, then pants are creeping up. It's Nadler, Jerry Nadler. Jerry Nadler's the one that's got his pants right up to almost his neck now. Once your pants get that high, go away. But what do you guys think? Do you think AOC is going to primary Schumer? I mean, God, that's 2029. If that's right and it's 4 years away, holy shit, that's a long ways. But they're trying to, word R is Schumer has been threatened by a lot of these far left groups, especially the No Kings groups. Do not open this government until after our No Kings protest. We want to somehow have this to hang around Trump. We want to be a bitch to our base about Trump. And we want to maybe with the shutdown, there'll be less government response against us. They've threatened him. And he's scared shitless. I don't know, if I was 74 years old and I was looking at maybe running again at 78, maybe it's time to get the fuck out anyway. Not that I think AOC is going to be better. I mean, she's a socialist. She's donkey. As much as we think we've got wins with Trump, she is the exact opposite way. He's older than Moses. Oh. AOC is in the driver's seat, 100%. Yeah, Jay Waterston's 100% right. Crown and Croak top shelf. Well, there you go, Bunny. Now we know what Bunny's doing. Schumer's a two. I read that. Yeah, AOC's a driver's seat. She needs to decide if she wants to primary Schumer or make a run on a ticket for the White House. That's a good one. Jay Waterston. Okay, do you guys think she'll make a run for the White House in 2028? Or do you think she's going to try to make a run for Schumer's job in 2029? From what I saw, Schumer's up for re-election in 2029. That's a ways away. I mean, geez Louise, you're 74 years old and you're worried about, oh my God, she might primary me in 5 years? What the, or 4 years? What the crap? That is crazy. You guys, okay, which do you think? Do you think AOC will run for president in 2028 or primary Schumer in 2029? Which do you think? Which do you think? Nadler. Yeah, Nadler. Thank you, Jay Waterston. Jerry Nadler. The guy, Antifa doesn't exist. My pants are up here. Yeah, that guy's a lunatic. But and you're right. AOC is 100% in the driver's seat. And I'm going to be a little bit opposite of what Tim Pool's and some of the others say. I don't think AOC's that smart. She's amazingly smart. No, she's young, she's charismatic, and knows how to use the internet. She knows enough to connect with people, younger people. Doesn't make her smart. You look at half the stuff she does, she's an idiot. Half her bills. If you look at how many bills that woman has put up and got through, she's a moron. They've openly made fun of her bills. She's a dipshit. But she does know how to communicate, connect with younger people. That's where she's dangerous. And she knows the disdain for the older Democrat class. The Nadlers, the Schumers, the Pelosi's. I think Pelosi and Schumer and Nadler and their ilk are very close to being on the way out. In fact, I'm going to say right now, if AOC does not run for president or primary Schumer, she'll be going for Speaker of the House. She'll be going for Speaker of the House in the next 10 years. That's just what I think. Try and get Schumer's job. Okay. So Bunny thinks she'll go to get Schumer's job. Other than Trump, has there been a representative to win the presidency? I don't know, Joel, I'm not sure what you mean. Other than Trump, has there been a representative to win the presidency? I think. Well, we all know that Vance will run in 2028. Do you think Vance can beat AOC? I think so. Okay, if when we get close to 2028, the economy's doing good, Trump's got a lot of the illegals out, and ended the Ukraine thing by then, I think Vance will win. If not, oh boy. Unless the polls change, Dems won't be winning a lot unless they cheat. But Jimmy, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, Jimmy? Jimmy, do you really think the Democrats would cheat, buddy? Come on. I don't even know you, dude. Come on, the Democrats are the paragon of honesty. They look and fight so hard for fair and honest elections. I mean, the Democrats would never want to bring illegal aliens in here to disenfranchise American votes, would they? Sorry, man, I couldn't keep a straight face any longer. Yeah, I agree, Jimmy. But I don't know. I honestly, right now there are some new polling, Jimmy's right, showing the Democrats are Trump may actually win in the midterms. But I don't know. I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm not going to play red wave coming. I think Trump, one, needs to step up the deportations. You guys have heard me say it. I think a lot of you agree. The deportation numbers are anemic. Mass deportations, get them out and start federally arresting these pieces of shite. As we played my stream last night, chasing down ICE agents in the streets, shooting them, going after people physically, blocking streets, getting partially hit by a Dodge Durango, which my wife would probably be happy to see. She loves her Durango. But I don't, man. I don't know. I don't want to hold anything to pass the Democrats. And it depends how Trump does. Trump needs to pick up more wins than he's got right now. All right, Jay Watterson is of the mind that she may try for the White House first. Okay. You know what, Jay Watterson? As usually, in Jay Watterson we trust. I think you've got the right move right there. She may try for the White House first, but if she loses it, makes the path to the Senate much harder than if she strictly goes for Senate. Do you think it makes it harder? I think that actually will raise her capital, as in running for the president, even if she makes Vance work for it. As long as it's not a slaughter. It's a saying, YouTube. If she makes Vance work for it, I think that'll raise her political capital, and I think then she'll get senator. It depends on the election. AOC won't be Speaker of the House. Dems have too much invested in Hakeem Jeffries. Oh. You really think they're going to really keep pushing Hakeem? I think Hakeem is a puppet. I think Hakeem Jeffries is a puppet of the old school, of the older Democrats. I think Hakeem Jeffries is an AOC, Nadler, Schumer, whatever you want to inject puppet. The guy barely seems to know what's going on. He looks like he's right out of The Walking Dead. And he seems to have no real power. He'll go up and talk, and then the Democrats don't listen to him. I think he's a puppet trying to put up by the old class, by the old guard, and the new guard is looking at him and go, whatever. Because, come on, AOC goes around Pelosi and goes right around Hakeem Jeffries. She don't give a rat's ass. I think a lot of the younger Democrats don't give a rat's ass about Hakeem Jeffries. They look at him, and I think they know he's a puppet of the old guard. Joel, if anything, I don't want AOC to be Speaker of the House because of her voice. Let's go. It's one step above Fran Drescher's voice. Sorry, Fran. Your voice makes my toenails bleed. You could never be intimate with that woman because her voice, you would have to stuff a sweat sock in her mouth. Oh, that is the tone, the exact tone to make male members go limp. Okay, what I was trying to say is, has someone won the presidency other than a senator? Well, yeah, Donald Trump. Donald Trump was never a senator or a House member. Was George Bush Jr. ever a senator? I don't know if Jr. was ever a senator. I keep forgetting. I mean, Ronald Reagan. Was Ronald Reagan a senator? No, he was governor. Ronald Reagan was governor, but not a senator, I don't think. So, yeah, a lot of people that weren't senators won the presidency. Need to redo the Biden poll in weak Democrat states. Yeah. Biden census. Yeah. Well, the thing is, Jimmy, the United States Census Agency has admitted, Census Bureau, has admitted they screwed up in the last census. And the bad thing is, we've talked about it here months ago. They know where they screwed up. They know how they screwed up. They screwed up in giving the Democrats too many electoral college votes and too many representatives. They know they overcounted in the Democrats' favor. And they know by how much. But they let that number stand through this last presidential election, which means Donald Trump actually won much, much bigger than he did. Because when they're going, well, we'll correct the census in 2030, which means Democrats are looking at a loss of, I believe, at least 7 House seats and a bunch of electoral college votes. They're gonna flip. That's why they're fighting so hard for these illegals. They need the illegals to stay here. Then they need to get power back and make them all citizens. That's how they regain their power. They're about to lose a huge amount of power when the census corrects. Now, me personally, I think it's absolute, repeat with me everybody, bullshit that the United States Census Bureau knows where they screwed up, the exact numbers they screwed up by, how much the Democrats have too much power than they have, too many representatives, too many electoral college votes, and go, well, we're going to let it stand and just fix it then. No. It should have been reversed right away when they come out, a couple years ago and said that. Oopsie. They did that to help try to get Trump to lose the election. That was the deep state trying to rig the god dang vote again. I think everybody at the United States Census Bureau who said, well, we'll fix it in 2030 should be fired. Now. Done. You tried to rig the election. That should be today. I don't care if we got to walk in and drag out Democrat representatives, but the people voted for them. Illegally, they were never supposed to be there. But we can't take them. Yes, we can. But that goes against the will of the people. No, because they were never supposed to be there. They overcounted, gave them another House seat, gave them electoral college votes. In fact, I'd like to see the last election corrected electoral college wise for what the numbers actually were without the bullshit census. I'd like to see how much Trump actually won by. Yeah, it's a lot more. A lot more. Hell, it may have given Trump another state. It's crazy. And the very fact that they have the balls to look at you and me and go, well, we'll correct it later. Are you nuts? Imagine telling your boss, hey, I totally screwed up this brake job, but, I'll wait and fix it when they bring it in for the next oil change. You're going, what? That brake job wandering around dangerous is catastrophic. Well, so's our election being wandered around all janky. Stupid. Your boss would fire you. If you went, well, boss, I screwed up, but I'll fix it later. He'd be like, no. Tell me that's not rigging the election. Vance has a great chance to win the number 1 spot. Bunny, I agree with you. If Trump gets those deportation numbers up, if he has Ukraine ended and the economy is solid, yes, then I'll say Vance will win. If AOC runs for the White House, she'll give up her seat in the House without holding any office. Losing in the run for a White House makes the run of the Senate much harder. Jay Waterson, once again, I'm gonna agree with you that if she runs against Vance and Vance beats her bad, yes, I'll agree with you. If she comes close, if her and Vance are neck and neck and Vance squeaks a winner through there, I'm going to say that'll raise her capital to the Democrats. Because who else have they got? Who else do the Democrats have to look to? Jasmine Crockett? Ilhan Omar? Hakeem Jeffries? Go on. Are they really going to try to run Hakeem Jeffries? Nope. AOC is, whether we like it or not, she is it. And I think if she runs and comes close to Vance, she's going to raise her Democrat capital because they have nobody else to depend on. 2, they have nobody else to depend on. That's it. I really think so. But I'm going to go with Jay Waterson. If she loses badly, she's going to go the way of Kamala. That's the way politics are. It's fickle. Get your butt kicked and you're goodbye. Come close and we want to run you again. Come on. How many times did Hillary come back around? Joel Vetters, other than Trump. Well, I don't think I don't think George Bush was ever a senator. George Bush Jr. Let's see here. There we go. What U.S. presidents are not representatives? Oh, I don't want representatives. I want senator. Oh, not priest representatives. Blah, 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 blah. Priests never served in Congress. George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, blah, 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 blah. Let's get newer. Herbert Hoover, Roosevelt, Jimmy Carter was never one. Ronald Reagan, Bill Clinton, and George W. Bush. There you go. There you go. A good amount lately. How's that? Does that help? Quora. Hoorah. So there you go. How's that? That's a helping hand, isn't it? Let's see. Garfield in 1880. Well, I just showed there were plenty, actually. There were a good amount. All right. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jay Watterson's hoping to give me Timcast links. How can anyone in their right mind vote for someone who puts makeup in front of a camera? Joel? I'm sorry, buddy. Have you looked at half of America today? Have you looked around? Have you, when you're out at the grocery store, when you're out walking around in the street, driving your car around, have you looked at the half of the people around? Just saying. And we live in the TikTok generation. And that is what AOC was raised in, and AOC's good at it. She knows how to connect to the lowest common denominator. That's why there are a lot of people now saying that we need to change our voting rules. Not everybody gets a vote. Our forefathers actually did not want every single Tom, Dick, Harry, and welfare recipient and prisoner, whatever, to vote. They wanted people to have a skin in the game. And I admit, I passed this test, so I definitely, you could call me two-faced in this in a way, but, or at least invested interest because I can get in. We need to go back to people that are landowners or people that have skin in the game in some way. You know, you're not welfare recipient. You're not a prisoner. Something. You can't be a drain on taxes. You have to be not taking more than you're putting in. Stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. There are a lot of people out there. Oh, man, Joel, it's tough, buddy. Have you looked at the TikTok generation out there? Sorry, I'm looking at the link I was sent. Oh, Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley, man, these guys. Nick Shirley and the guy I was talking about the other night. Oh, Cam Higbee. They've both been out there, honestly. I'm on the fence about Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley's kind of a rich kid. Not to be a jerk, but wearing a Rolex and stuff at his age. And I'm not a big rich person hater, but still. Chase down with a violent anti-ice mob at the ICE facility in Chicago. Police intervened at the last moment. Yeah, Cam Higbee, on the other hand, went right up to the cops, and the cops one day were telling people to stop blaring the siren in his ears. Next day, this cop goes, I don't care. And he's like, well, I'm going to mace them if they put that right up to my ear. And the cop goes, well, I'll arrest you. So, it's crazy, guys. I'll open that in a little while, man. Here, let me... boom, boom, boom. I will pull that up and put it in our vernacular. Here, let's go look at... Here is what... I'll save it. I'll save it till near the end. How's that? I'll save it near the end. Boom. All right. We'll get back to... Boom. Nope. 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 There. There. Sorry. Just happens to play with buttons. Doing. Hey, look. My hotkeys are kind of working. Ooh. Do you guys like the square me or do you like the rectangle me that shows more of my background? I think the square because who wants to see my room behind me? Who wants to see the lion's den? But yeah, so I don't know, guys. I think AOC may be the future of the party, whether we like it or not. Win or lose. She's the TikTok generation, and that's what we're going to face coming up. You have to remember AOC couldn't understand what a garbage disposal was. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, but honestly, how many houses have garbage disposals anymore? Seriously. My wife and I have been looking at houses off and on because we're trying to escape Illinois. The Iowa side looks really, really sweet. Even my dad, not to throw my dad under the bus, not naming him, even my father, who's a huge lefty. Oh, yeah. Pictures of him with Barack Obama, helped Barack Obama. My dad worked for the Michael Dukakis campaign. Yeah. My parents were far lefties. Even my dad admits that Iowa's looking better. Like, ooh, that's harsh. My dad is 86 years old and goes, yeah, he admits he has to do most of his stuff over on the Iowa side. But yeah, not a lot of houses have garbage disposals anymore. You look at a lot of garbage disposals are left over, the actual disposal unit thing. Not the your sink. A lot of garbage disposals are old items anymore. I didn't say AOC would run for Senate. I don't. Oh, okay. Sorry, Jay Watterson. Win. I'm just saying it won't be as easy. Okay. Well, Jay Watterson, you're making a mistake that do the lefties think? Nope, they just do. All right, Jay Watterson. Thanks, buddy. I got it. Once again, sometimes you got to lead my little brain cell down that path. Just watch the Spy Camp Jack setup. Dude, he's upstairs right now because my wife got home. So he's actually spending a lot of time with her. He's laying, I'll bet him and our other cat, Pepper. Yes, Pepper Jax. That's our cats. I bet they're all laying on her. And on her big, huge couch has got all the dogs around her. My wife right now is almost as protected as Donald Trump with Secret Service. So, yep. All right. But I think that we are on the verge of a huge Democratic shift. And I don't think it's good because Ma'am Danny is getting money from overseas. Partially his mom. Now, where is it? I thought I had it somewhere. Oh, youth showed it. Yeah, see, Ma'am Danny is a lot like AOC. He ran an online campaign, a TikTok campaign, a campaign of flash and very little substance, and, hey, here's some freebies. That all the youth love them freebies. He is just like AOC in a way. He knows how to reach them younger dumbasses. The socialist, the borderline communist. Ma'am Danny is, where you could say AOC, she calls herself a socialist. Borderline communist if you look at her abilities. Ma'am Danny is a total communist. He says, oh, I'm a Democrat socialist. No, you're not. You're a communist. I'll say it. He's communist. But these people are reaching out and they know how to do it. Hang on here. Since my computer has stopped signaling, I think maybe it's because of Windows. My Windows version 10 is starting to lose its about to go away. Well, at least no support.
You're shocked Mamdani won the Democrat primary in New York?
Nope, not
you
really.
You shouldn't be. Let me explain. He ran an open campaign. He didn't hide his Islamist socialist agenda at all.
Which is scary.
He told voters exactly who he was, and the youth loved it.
Which
Here's
is
the
scary.
real problem. New York is just the testing ground.
Which is scary. This is how dumb these younger people are. How these colleges and our school systems have raised them to be little socialists and communists. What? I shouldn't have to work for them. Once again, when they read The Grasshopper and the Ant, if they even read that anymore to kids, they teach that who's the good guy now? It's the grasshopper. The ant is the dick. The ant is the rich dick who just wouldn't share his riches and his food with the grasshopper who did jack shit. Even if that meant the ant and his family died too. Well, he should just give up his hard stuff. We all have to be equal. Give to the grasshopper. Grasshopper is the good guy. That's what they teach now. Yep, and yep.
If he wins in November, it's game on. Chicago, LA, and beyond. It's just a domino effect. So here's what's really happening. Candidates like Mamdani and Islamist socialists are selling false hope. They know their ideas don't work, but they don't care. You have to understand, it's not about policy. It's about grabbing attention and pushing an agenda that undermines the American framework. America was founded as a republic. These radicals want to tear down and replace it with something else. Not just in New York, but everywhere. Take a look.
Well, this is the same thing the Democrats been doing for a long time, for decades. Look what they tried to push. Remember, Mary Poppins, we played her, the Government Disinformation Board. Oh, here's how you get, I can't even sing her little Mary Poppins song. They tried to do a George Orwell government board of disinformation. That is pure socialist communist crap. Actually, it's communist. That is right out of USSR. That is insane. So what she's looking at here is the same thing the Democrats have been pushing for decades. And unfortunately, okay, I got to ask you guys, what do you think? Do you think Ma'am Danny will win? Do you think he'll win? Here's my second part. If he wins, I wonder how much of the bull he's actually spouting he'll actually try to do. I'm serious. How much will he actually try to do? He's said a lot of crazy socialist stuff. Or communist stuff. Will he actually invoke it all? Try to do it all? Will the city council, people go, well, the city council will stand up against him. Will they really? This guy has promised shitload of freebies. Oh my God, we'll give you this and this and this and this will be free. Oh my God, you're going to get this. And oh, you won't have to work for this. And you'll have 85 weeks of your vacation for free. You won't have to work more than 2 hours a month. You know, whatever. How, by the way, your food will be free. Everything will be free. Enjoy paying the farmers nothing. They send the food to your city, but you know what I mean. How much will they be able to stand up against the masses, the angry hordes, if they stop him from his freebies? What do you think? Do you think he will win? Do you think Ma'am Danny will win? And do you think Ma'am Danny will really, really try to push his agenda the way he states it?
Look at UK, for example. This is why local elections, I always say, matter. It starts from the bottom up, full-on grassroots. 100%. Mamdani was an NYC assembly member. So where do we go from here? What's the long game? Well, we need candidates who connect, who listen, and who can be trusted. Establishment candidates, I don't know, maybe they just don't resonate. This is a cultural battle, and it's here in front of our face.
No, because where the Democrats have done good, where Republicans and Libertarians have done bad, Democrats have a younger class coming in. Whether or not you and I think they're intelligent, stupid, have no effing clue of how the world really works, doesn't matter. The younger people are looking to them and connecting with them. Even if it's just because some jackass knows how to put makeup on her fingers on TikTok, or knows how to do Facebook videos, or do this. I mean, honestly, I'm nothing special, but how many old folks, I'm not one of them, I'm not in my 70s, 80s, all this shit. How many old, crusty pricks in our government on the, libertarian or right know how to do this shit? Stream, talk, actually connect, use TikTok, use Facebook, use this shit. Half of them don't even know how to log on their phones with anything. Can't even check their emails. I mean, the Rittenhouse trial should have shown you how few people in our government, and judges included, know how, technology works. I consider myself a semi-dum-dum. And I knew that shit they were putting up in Rittenhouse was fake and false and was done by an algorithm and a program. That's not the real pictures. So, I mean, Democrats at the very least have younger people coming in. Who on the libertarian or right is younger coming in? They're older. The left is at least about to purge. I think the Democrats are about to purge their old class. I think Pelosi, Schumer, Nadler, all their ilk, their aged ilk, are very short on time. I think they're going to be pushed out. Unless they really fight back hard and fast with all the power they got, they're about to be pushed out. But who on the Libertarian and Republican side, conservative, whatever, is like that? I don't see them. Vance is one of the youngest on that side. The most hip, as you would say. Hip to be square. Sorry. Good song, by the way. I know it's an oldie, but it's a good song still. But really, who is the in class, the younger class on the right side? I don't see it. That is a worry. So, yeah, this chick is right. But I think Democrats are definitely floating a trial balloon. If this works, you're going to see it in more places.
The Mamdanis of the world lie about the origin story, but the ideology is clear. I mean, Kerr quietly donated $100,000 to his campaign. Interesting, right? He was also the co-founder of SJP, a chapter in his college. Now, if we don't engage now, we're going to lose a lot more than just New York. It's time to invest in the youth. It's time to invest in grassroots.
Now, my thing is, okay, now I see what you said here. Joel, you say right away yes to both. Ma'am Danny will win, and Ma'am Danny will push his agenda as he stated it. Jimmy says, yeah, he will. Like New Yorkers are the brightest crayons in the sewer. Yeah, you know, I'm of two minds, everybody. Do we let New York elect their I mean, come on. New York is already full. I'm sorry to you New Yorkers out of the city, because I feel you, because I'm a prisoner of Chicago. I don't live in Chicago. I live 2.5, 3 hours from Chicago. Feel free to look up the Quad Cities. I live 2.5, 3 hours from Chicago. Yeah, I'm a prisoner of Chicago. The whole state of Illinois is a prisoner of Chicago. And unfortunately, New York State's the same way. And I feel for you, but you know what? I'm of two minds to say, too bad. Let the city of New York elect a Ma'am Danny. Let him burn that city. Let them wallow in the absolute insanity that he will cause. Even if he makes it work during his term, when he's out of there, it's gonna cause repercussions. It's gonna come back on that city. It's gonna decimate New York. And you know what? The only way it's not going to decimate New York is if New York keeps begging for more and more federal tax dollars from us to fix their bullshit. And I'm of the mind that anybody that wants to say F you to federal laws, F you to federal law enforcement, F you to the Constitution, as we discussed on my stream the other night, we need to cut federal dollars. No federal dollars should go to, yes, and I live in Illinois. I understand what this could do to me. No federal tax dollar should go to the state of Illinois unless they support our federal laws and our federal enforcement agencies. And how about this? Just the very election we just had. Democrats, God, democracy. Oh, democracy. You lost. Fuck democracy. Riot. Where's Antifa? We need our Antifa brethren. Democrats have no true beliefs except what gives them power in the moment. I've been screaming that almost for months, and it's right time after time. 100%. So, yeah. So, I agree. I actually think you guys are right. I was actually looking a couple weeks ago going, I don't know if the New York's that stupid. But then I was thinking, yeah, New York's that stupid. They are that dumb. They are just like Chicago. Vote blue no matter how. Or in this case, vote hammer and sickle no matter who, you know. Putin would be proud. Oh. Joe Adams was elected by making promises. He felt the pressure and dropped out of the race. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, and I would say that if Adams stayed in, he might have beat Ma'am Danny. Because people might have looked and went, we're not ready to go full communist yet. Or full potato. But you know what? I think now, oh boy. Sorry. New York. NYC is doomed because people already know how evil Cuomo is, yeah. And you got Kathy Hochul there back in Ma'am Danny. She knows. Once again, the old guard. And Kathy Hochul is the old guard in the Democrat Party. Once again, I think Kathy Hochul, besides being a total piece of shit, in my opinion, Kathy, I think Kathy Hochul's a POS, but also I think she's scared shitless. She's like the rest of the old guard. She is trying to hang on to her power. Sorry, I'm wiggling. My back is killing me. Kind of overdid it at the gym the other day doing legs. It's like, pulled something. But I think Kathy is just like Pelosi, Schumer, Nadler, all the other old guard. She's hanging on by her fingernails. I think she knows once, oh, come on. Adams dropped out. Glad Jay Waterston posted the name. Once Adams dropped out, she said, shit, I can't go against him. She knew, get behind him or get wrecked. She's old guard and she's running scared. That's why once again, like my title says, I think Democrats are on the verge of a huge socialist/communist shift. And they're younger, which is not good. The libertarians have gone knuckin' futs. I'm sorry, I used to like Massey, Thomas Massey. Massey's just said stupid shit lately, especially this college thing. Massey is the epitome of what's wrong with the libertarians. Either I get my way 100% or screw it. And all that does is just give the left win after win after win after win. You know? Libertarians, well, we shouldn't have any drug laws. I don't care if a 7-year-old's hooked on heroin or kids are being trafficked. That is insane. The modern Libertarian Party are not libertarians, they're anarchists. They want no government, no law, no type of cohesive community. And I'm sorry, they do. I used to call myself kind of a libertarian with a slight conservative leaning. I had to walk away and stop saying that because libertarians have gone just knuckin' futs. They are as dumb as a football bat. So yeah, I think Cuomo leaving, Cuomo, I don't know if Cuomo could have dug it out and beat him. I don't think so. People were already pissed at Cuomo, but Adams, I think, could maybe have beat him. Just because people were not looking to go full potato yet. But now, I don't think there's enough standing against him. I think it's going to be Bam Danny. And if he pushes his total communist shit, it's going to fail. And fail epic. And far as I'm concerned, since he's talking about how he's going to protect the illegals, and he's going to take taxpayer dollars to do it, protect the illegals like crazy. Wow. No federal dollars. All right. Let's see here. Sliwa could win, but his campaign doesn't seem to want to get out and do the work. Yeah, I haven't even heard, was it Jojo Sliwa? I haven't even heard the name for a while. For a while there was like flash in the pan. Let's get Sliwa out there. Oh, he'll save us from Mondani, and then I haven't heard shit. I haven't heard crap, so I think you're right. Jay Waterston, man, dude. As much as I read and watch and pay attention, man, my little gerbil brain can't keep up with you. But you're right. You're 100% right. 100%. They don't want to work. New York City will not change, and everyone there feels the pain. Yeah, well, the problem is, Jay Waterston, that's Chicago. Chicago votes lefter and lefter and lefter, and it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And what do? When it comes up for the next election for mayor, they vote farther left. I mean, you come on. You look at Admiral Akbar they had in there first, or Beetlejuice, depending on which one. She looks like both. She also looks like the sloth from Ice Age. And then they voted in Brandon Johnson. Dude, they went from, I can't remember, before, and they went farther left by voting in Admiral Akbar there, or Beetlejuice, but then they went even farther left with Johnson. I mean, my God, the next guy is going to be so far left, the Hubble telescope won't be able to see him out there on the left, or her. They just don't, lefties just can't stop leftying. I mean, I have family who say, still, who live in Illinois, go, vote blue no matter who. And a couple of them live in Chicago, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? All you do is bitch at me about how your taxes are, the crime rates, all this, all this bad shit going on in your city. But then you're like, vote blue no matter who. There is something, leftism is an illness. Prove me wrong. I would love for a Democrat, my channel's so tiny, but I'd love for a lefty to come on and explain to me how the vote blue no matter who thing is a real thing. How can you openly look at what the left has done to your city? In my state, 50 plus years of Democrat supermajority rule. And we are the highest tax state in the country. We are one of the top 2 or 3 losing population. We are one of the most violent in Chicago. We are getting buried in every way. But what happens in Chicago is vote blue no matter who. Explain that to me, Democrats. I actually have a Democrat family member who said, but the Republicans would make it worse. We're already the worst. We are the worst. We are the highest taxed. We have the worst gun laws. We have the most other levels of government. We have the highest paid government. We have the most corrupt government. What the absolute shit can Republicans do? My God, at this point, give it a try for one term. Jeez Louise. But yeah, New York is the same way. I got friends that live in New York State. Old urban exploring friends. And they live in New York State. They don't live near New York City, but they are prisoners of New York City, just like I am New York State. Or Chicago and Illinois. But yeah, so... And New York City, dumb as F. It's like there's something with the air in the big cities. All the exhaust, the brake dust, the being around all the sewers eking all up all that gases and the flatulence and the rat shit everywhere. I'm sorry. You get right down to the big cities. I've been in New York City. It stinks. I'm sorry, New York people. It stinks. It smells there. It smells even worse than Chicago. And Chicago does pretty good because it's got that big wind coming through it. It's not as windy as the Windy City is called, but it's got a breeze going through. It helps clean it out. But New York stinks. There's got to be something about all that brake dust and exhaust fumes and everybody farting too close to each other in big buildings that wafting up through the high rises or something that causes Dane Bramage. It just does. Oh, and while I'm at a weird point here, I'm going to interject right now. I am working on talking to a friend of mine to come in and once in a while do a live stream with me where him and I will sit across from each other and talk about a lot of these issues. He is a right-leaning person, pretty much like I am, but we have some different beliefs on stuff, but I'm trying to bring in more here to maybe grow this, and him and I are talking. We're trying to find out if our schedules can match enough to do it. I had another friend I wanted to come in who wasn't as into politics as I am, but unfortunately that friend hasn't grown up since high school, so we'll see. All right, so everybody, both questions. Let's see, New York City will not change. Yeah, 100%. I agree totally. I couldn't agree more. All right, I see you guys over on Rumble. Thank you for stopping in. But no, I think Ma'am Danny is going to win. I think it's going to be a nightmare. And the very fact that he's getting money. Let's see. Doing. And some of it's coming from, overseas foreign donations. And I'm going to say somebody's going to go, well, 13,000 is nothing. That's true. In New York City's mayoral campaign, 13,000. Now, the big problem is this part right here. Illegal. I don't understand how we allow a single foreign cent into our elections, which this is illegal. So it's not legal. So how is this allowed? How is he automatically not booted out? I mean, if a Republican was getting illegal foreign donations, it'd be over. Once again, Republicans are pussies. They won't stand up for stuff. You can hate Democrats as much as you want, think they're insane as much as you want, but guess what? Democrats will do this stuff. It doesn't matter how illegal it is, how insane it is, how bad the people they're backing are. They stick together and just do it. They have balls. They just go. Do it. Like, yeah. Republicans, oh my God. They're like, elect me, I'll do it. I'll get things fixed. And then you elect them, like, oh my God. Oh, power. Ooh, hot potato. Oh my God. It's like, good grief. But yeah, and I'm going to say right now, if it's 13,000 we know of, how much is it actually? How much is it actually? I'm going to say 13,000 is not even close how much it really is. That's just what was caught. I'm going to say, because anything with government, you always take it times it by 2 or 3. Still not a lot, but why are illegal donations being coming in? And why is he still a candidate? There should be a way to prevent communists from accepting illegal contributions. There are. There are ways, but nobody's enforcing it. Only one side enforces laws or makes up laws and to just do shit. Democrats don't need a law. They'll just do shit anyway. They don't give a rat's ass about laws. Republicans won't even follow the law because they're too scared. And that's why these younger people like Ma'am Danny and AOC are dangerous. They're young. They're hungry. They're going to push it. They don't care. The old guard on the right are pussies. They're lazy. They're tired. They're old. They won't fight. Trump is, at his age, a rare bird. He has the fire of the young lefties. He will go in and do it. But yep, Schumer's scared shitless. Yep, 100%. Activists are pressuring him to hold the Schumer shutdown till after the No Kings Day. Yep. All right. So, let's catch up with you guys real quick. Please help Lions Day. Oh, thank you very much, Bunny. Yes, please do me a favor and let thumbs up. Unfortunately, it seems like I get a lot more views. It always flummoxes me. I'm not trying to pick on you guys. I love you guys, but I've had 9 emails from the other night. People asking me again, hey, please do an earlier stream. Please don't do these late night streams all the time. Or these early morning streams. Do a regular stream. I do it and man, nobody watches it. Even afterwards. It's just crazy. I don't understand. But hey, I tried. I have time this time. Didn't have time to do a super late night stream this anyway. So I'll be streaming when I feel like. How's that? Let's see. Leading up to 2028, the field is primed for a new third party. A Tea Party type organization. Yeah, but the problem is, Jay Watterson, do you think that's the right time? Because if J.D. Vance is running under the MAGA banner, and let's say Republicans split off, start another party, or somebody else does, what if it draws votes away, and then we have a president AOC? The bad thing is, I don't like our two-party system so much myself. And I'm not including libertarians because they're meaningless, useless, and God help us if they ever got power the way the current Libertarian Party is. But unfortunately, I don't think 2028 will be a good time for a third party to pop up. I think it would absolutely screw us. I think we would end up with a president, AOC or a Democrat president. But yes, Bunny, thank you very much. Please, everybody, do hit thumbs up whether you're on Rumble or YouTube. And I appreciate it. Share this channel out if you like anything I said. And I don't care if somebody's a leftist. Bring them in and have them ask me questions. I'm not some super smart scholar. I'm a blue-collar working dude. I got half my lungs working, if that. Actually, less. I'm to consider myself an average Joe. So I don't have this. I don't have 15 degrees in journalism and didn't work at Tesla and stuff. You know what I mean? But I will always try to talk with you. I've had some lefties on here, and as long as they can actually discuss, I'm with it. So please share the channel out. Thank you very much, Bunny. I know, Bunny. You're always trying to take care of me, hon. You've done that through a couple of my channels, and I appreciate you. Have you considered a mild mid-morning stream? Jay Watterson, I have. The problem is, a lot of times mid-mornings, I'm either trying to help a neighbor on a vehicle, because I got a lot of older neighbors, and I do a lot of vehicle repair for them for, nothing. Gratis, because I have the skill. Or I'm doing breathing treatments for my lungs. But yes, I have considered it. Hell, not to toss out a name, because this person doesn't know I exist. I was watching a Drunk 3PO Fear the Beardo Fortnite stream this morning doing my treatments. And yeah, I've considered it. In fact, I was thinking about it this morning. But then I'm like, well, I'm doing this. If anybody's familiar with nebulized breathing treatments. It's hard to, I'd be like Darth Vader here trying to talk, and I can't breathe the meds. But yes, I have thought about it, and if I can get the time, I would not mind doing it. What I'm trying to do right now is work up to just streaming more often. That's why I put out my video short today. I'm trying to take advantage of, again, like when I started back up on YouTube, doing the shorts, doing little things when I have time. I just need to keep it in my little brain, my little hamster brain, not stick my face on the mic and eat it. And I need to remember to, if I got a second, do something. I used to be good at that. So yeah, I am trying to, Jay Watterson, a mid-morning stream, yes. I'm giving it, I'm trying. If I can get to it, pretty much I'm trying to keep in my little squirrel brain, just, hey, when you have a second, do a stream. When you have a second, do a short. When you have a second, pull out your dang camera. If you're taking a break working on buddies, I'm working on a friend of mine. Friend of mine fixed my dad's dryer for me the other day, so I'm going to help him work on his brakes on Wednesday. But yeah, during a break on that, I could get my phone and go, hey, everybody, I'm definitely trying. I just got to keep it in my little squirrel brain to do it. All right. Now, let's get back to this real quick and welcome everybody who is here. I do appreciate you. I do try to stream on YouTube and Rumble. I'm trying to move to also stream on X. A lot of people told me, what's the point? I'm not going to be one of those people that tries to stream on 15 platforms. I think YouTube is still the most relevant platform. Rumble is good to have your shit backed up on, though. I don't think you can grow. I know Rumble's going to get pissed at me this. I don't think you can grow on Rumble. I think the only place you can grow is still YouTube. I think Rumble is great. If you've already got a huge following, you can drag them over to Rumble. But if you are a small channel starting on Rumble, I'm going to say it right now, you're screwed. I've seen people try and they get nowhere. So that's just me. Even though on YouTube, they've already admitted me in emails, they are actually holding me back. So, okay. That's not me. They are. You guys know. I was showing you guys for a long time. I gain 2, I lose 2. I gain 3, lose 3. Gain 4, lose 4. Gain 1, lose that 1. I gained 2 when they did the whole, hey, we're going to put everybody's channel back and not stop shadow banning. Gained 2, and then just stayed there. I know you are, Bunny. Hey, and that's the thing. I'm weird. I'm all over the place. I don't get annoyed if one person shows up, no person shows up, or 12 show up. I'm happy that if anybody does and anybody watches my videos. And Bunny, I've been on YouTube probably for 12 plus years now between multiple channels. I understand how it works, and if I'm not going to be regular, like Exploring a CF, I did Tuesday night XCF chat every Tuesday at a certain time. And I've actually considered doing that again on that channel on Tuesdays. Just standard chatting. I don't do much urban exploring anymore, just standard talk. But yeah, I've tried to get in a little more regular, and I'm not regular. That's the problem. I understand that. All right, we're over here. This is Lino's version on X. Should J.B. Pritzker order the arrest of ICE members that are masked and abusing residents of Illinois? All right, 1. They are not abusing residents of Illinois. You want to say, see how, once again, this is how Democrats use words. Residents of Illinois. They will just say that about anybody living in Illinois. How about this? Illegal aliens residing in Illinois. Residents of Illinois. Because they're trying to use words to make you think, well, those are American citizens. They're not American citizens. These are illegal aliens residing in Illinois. That's it. Yes, not sure, no, huh. Oh, boy. Masked men were abusing Illinois residents well before Trump was president. Why doesn't JB address those people first? Huh? Masked men abusing Illinois residents. Yes, the criminals. Yep, don't care. The more pressing problem. Hey, Lino, the more pressing problem is the crime that's been going on in Illinois for decades. Keep in mind, this jackass took all the toilets out of some of his properties just to say, oh, well, they're not able to be habitable, so I can get less taxes paid on these. Oh. Even though he's a billionaire. He has no authority to arrest federal agents carrying out their jobs. 100%. You have the supremacy clause, and if you interfere with federal agents carrying out federal law enforcement after an election where we chose to have these people do this, that is honestly sedition. Show me how this isn't sedition at best, or out and out treason. Remember Democrats during the, 2016 or 2020 election talking about, oh my God, Donald Trump was to disenfranchise American voters. What do you call this? We voted, they lost. They're doing everything possible to keep people here who will vote illegally, who will disenfranchise our voters, who will give lefties more representation, more electoral college votes. That's disenfranchising votes. How do they square that? They don't. They don't care. Democrats have no true beliefs what gives them power in the moment. I would love to see him try to arrest federal agents. It would be great, wouldn't it? Read the question. Okay. Should he arrest him for abusing a resident of Illinois? Your question is bullshit. Let's see. Let me answer him. Oh, what the hell? There. I'll answer him right in front of you. I'm good. Pritzker is upholding Illinois tradition by waiting for his indictment on campaign charges, corruption charges. Yeah, no kidding. That's a good point. Oh, Illinois, yeah. Thing is, people are talking about how Pritzker is getting ready to run again, and he wants to. And the bad thing is, and people are, he won't win in Illinois this time. Yeah, he will. Chicago will vote for him. Chicago, I'll say it right out. Chicago residents are a bunch of fucking idiots. Oh my God, this shit going wrong here. Oh my God, high prices and crime and all this stuff going wrong. The illegals. But we'll vote for another blue person. At this point, I am all for what a lot of people in Illinois say. We need to boot Chicago from the state. The answer is no, these people aren't there for a peaceful protest. They're trying the same old in-your-face bullshit and are pissed they can't get away with it anymore. 100%. Oh, they seem to be protesting peacefully to me. Really? Pfft. Yeah, this guy, Lino shows his BS. The Post is telling you your question is stupid, 100%. But no, I think Pritzker is a total jackass. He's just trying to raise his political capital, once again, among the lefty smooth brains, because he wants to run for president in 2028. Can you imagine this guy and AOC on a primary stage with each other? I will sit down with that popcorn. I want to see this guy burst a blood vessel. You know, because he can't go 10 minutes without eating a Twinkie or something. And AOC, oh my God. I mean, Pritzker's still old guard. Old guard versus new guard. That would be something. That would be just something. All right. Now, I had to ask real quick. Whoopsie. What the hell? Will Trump arrest Pritzker? Now, Trump posts Chicago mayor should be in jail for failing to protect ICE officers. Governor Pritzker also. Yeah. Mayor Johnson. Remember the police. I played the video, the audio clip of them saying, stand down. Do not help the ICE agents being attacked. Then that asshole tried to come out and deny it. It's like, dude, right here it is. And then suddenly he came out a couple of days later telling Pritzker and Brandon Johnson, we're not going to let this crap happen. He knew he was busted. He was busted. Even he going, man, this is too much illegal bullshit for me. I'm getting out of this bullshit. Donald Trump never ordered the arrest of Chicago mayor and governor. Yeah, he just said they should. He'd say, I have ordered Spamela Blondie to go do something about it. No. Who cares if he thinks it? Hell, I think it. Sorry, that's funny. Ah, man, Pritzker is trying to out Krispy Kreme Krispy Kreme. Ugh. Oh, no. Let's see. What do we got here? Yes, I would. I would 100%. Let's see what he says.
We also want to make sure that there isn't a violation of people's rights with, raids, for example, that are done in coordination with local law enforcement.
Whose rights? Whose rights, JB? Are you talking American citizens or the non-existent constitutional rights? Illegals don't have constitutional rights. The non-existent constitutional rights of illegals. I'm all for the illegals getting booted. Let's see here. But no, he's a jackhole.
On people who are, frankly, holding down jobs and have been in this country for many, many years. We think that's improper. And in Illinois, that's not something that we would condone. There's been some talk about using other states' National Guard, red state National Guards to somehow come into a blue state and try and enforce these.
You know what? Secede from the Union then, fatso. Secede from the Union. You are part of the United States of America. We are all under. There are certain things left to the states, certain things left to the cities, the counties, whatever. There are many things, though, that is federal government purview. This is one. This is one of those things. Our United States Constitution is supposed to limit our federal government and limit them against doing shit against us and our states. But this is in the full purview of the federal government. Immigration and federal law enforcement. This guy is a total jackhole.
New Stephen Miller inspired rules, and that's just not something we're going to accept. But
it's not his rules. It's the law, federal law. And by the way, I'm going to keep harping on this because it's really, I have a problem with things that are illogical. The American people voted. We voted, JB. Hell, Illinois, even with cluster fuck Chicago, went 47% for Trump. You get outside of Chicago, it was overwhelmingly for Trump. Only Chicago drug us down. So fuck off. Dang this guy. Yep. I don't like this. I want the criminals charged with federal charges. I want all these assholes right here. Screw it, because Illinois won't do a damn thing. They'll let them go the same day. I want any of these pricks that touches any officer, whether it's an Illinois police officer or a federal officer, I want them all in jail. Done. Gone. Federal time. We need to start doing that. Trump needs to get Spamela Blondie and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, whatever it takes, to start going federal charges. 100%. 100%. 100%. Okay. Let's talk about this last little thing here. All right, let me catch up. But then I have my good days and bad days. My asthma has been kicking my booty. It's not my asthma, it's my vertigo or lower back. You know, having vertigo and living in the mountains, Bunny, may not be the best plan. You might want to go live like on the Salt Flats. Bonneville Salt Flats, something like that. Always so. It couldn't be all the pro. Oh my God, Jay Watterson. Dude. All right. Well, last little thing we're going to talk about here is the whole Donald Trump wins. This is so stupid. This court idiotic judge ruled that Donald Trump can take control of the Illinois National Guard, but then says, but he can't deploy them. That's like, hey, you can clean your fingernails with a pencil. That is dumb. What's the point of letting them stay in Illinois if they're not allowed to deploy? Federal judges are retarded. No, these dumb district judges are retarded. Now, here's my problem. The United States Supreme Court told these federal judges to stop this shit. How many times now? At least twice. And they're still doing this idiotic shit. We need to have Donald Trump, and come on, you guys know I've been saying it. Repeat after me. Tell these judges to go F themselves. You made a ruling, now enforce it. This is stupid. Trump's National Guard troops can stay in Illinois, but judge blocks deployment. Huh? What? That's like saying, you can launch that rocket at the bad guys, but you can't let it go boom. Huh? You can drive your car down the highway, but you can't let it take you where you're going. Huh? This is stupid. National Guard troops sent to Illinois by Trump can stay in the state and under federal control, but can't be deployed to protect federal property or go on patrol for now. All right, here's my problem. Okay, watch this. This one here, they can't say anything. This is stupid because it's illegal. Donald Trump is the head of he's the commander-in-chief. Federal. You can't say that Donald Trump, the actual ipso facto commando of all of our military, can't deploy the National Guard, which is federal, to protect federal property. That is one right now where Donald Trump should say, fuck you. Do something about it. He can deploy then to federal property. Now, going around the city, maybe the jackass judge can stop that. But the judge can't tell the commander-in-chief. Once again, they're overstepping their boundaries. The Supreme Court told them to stop this shit, but they're still doing it. This is way overstepping their boundaries. This is them usurping the power of the executive branch. This is where Donald Trump maybe, boy, that would get me in trouble. Maybe another leaded object needs to go through another ear and wake Trump the fuck up, where he has that fight balls again and says, fuck off. You cannot tell me, the commander-in-chief, the head of the executive branch, you little pissant district judge, that I can't send my troops to federal property. Fuck you. Screw off. Trump needs that fire back. Screw off. Jesus. I love how J.B. Pritzker struts around like this is some type of win. They can't go on patrol now. Democrats just openly for crime. My God. Ugh. You know, it's worked in Washington. It's worked in other cities where Trump's been allowed to put them out there. Weird, huh? My gods. So, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was stupid. I didn't want to talk about it too much. It's just dumb. These judges can't even make a cohesive ruling that makes sense. Between state and federal law, they can't make sense. Federally, the whole order is illegal. Donald Trump can send federal troops to any federal property he wants. That is called the commander-in-chief. Executive and judicial are separate and co-equal, and there are certain powers afforded to each. The head of the executive branch is the 100% commander of the United States military, whether it's active or National Guard or reserves. and a judge saying, you can't send your federal troops to federal property. That's stupid. That is stupid. Did the governor request help from the executive branch? No, and there you have it. Trump cannot deploy the National Guard to Illinois. These people are stupid. Oh my God. Democrats have no true beliefs except what gives them power at the moment. If this was Joe Biden and they say, oh my God, those Republicans, J6, get them. There would be no thing. Remember, Nancy Pelosi had 25,000 National Guardsmen loaded up with full, huge 50 cal machine gun nests in Washington. Just saying. Just saying. And these idiots. This is going to get struck down too. We all know it. They all know it. Judge blocks Trump deployment. I mean, it's just so stupid saying, yeah, he can take command and blah. What's the point of being able to take command of the troops if you can't do nothing with them? That's like saying you can have this car, but you can't drive it. You can drive this car as much as you want, but you can't turn the key. Huh? It's stupid. Stupid. And I don't have enough stupids in my vocabulary for it. Good God. The fact that Democrats are so deranged, they think this is okay. All right, this is the video link that Jay Watterson posted earlier. This is breaking journalist Nick Shirley. This is not the first time he's been harassed or chased. Was chased down by violent anti-ICE mob at the ICE facility in Chicago. Police intervened at the last moment, pulling him to safety from the attackers. So let's take a look at this. This is from Jay Watterson. So let's go. By the way, notice the Mexican flags everywhere still. They're still flying Mexican flags. That should tell you everything you need to know about these people. We love Mexico. Oh, God, don't send me there. How dare you? How dare you make me leave America, this country that I really don't care about. But I love Mexico, but don't send me there. Mexico's amazing, but don't send me there. Viva la Mexico. No, don't send me there. But Mexico's amazing. Don't want to go there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on.
Get the fuck out! Get him! Get him out of here!
Once again, Democrats and these leftards want to call everybody fascists. You are the fascists. How do they... Okay. I know exactly how most of you guys are going to answer me. Do you think these people do not realize they are the fascists? I think they do. I don't think they care. I think they have hate and emptiness in them, and nothing will get in the way of a good hate. These are the dark side people. These are 100% anarchist, empty little haters that want everything. They feel lost and empty. They want everybody else to feel the same way. They can't stand people that don't feel lost, empty, and are as useless as them. I mean, come on, these people are out there every day for hours and hours and hours. They have nothing. Go, Mommy, make me some Hot Pockets to clean the CS gas out of my clothes. Now this cop should arrest him. As soon as you touch that truck, as soon as you touch a cop, Nick Shirley, anybody, should have been arrested. That's the biggest problem right there. We're not arresting these pricks. We're not arresting these cock knockers, these snapperheads, these jackwagons, these pieces of crap. Arrest them. And not like Tim Pool says, oh, give them a month. We don't want to radicalize them by giving them an actual 6 months to a year. Bullshit. You start showing you're going to spend real time. Mommy ain't going to be there to clean the shit stains out of your underwear and give you some warm Hot Pockets every night. Oh, you're going to be the Hot Pocket when you're in the cell with your cellmate named Eclipse, who's been in there for 15 years. He's very lonely. You start getting some horror stories from that shit, you're going to see a lot of these LARPers go, fuck that. Screw that. And if they don't, fine. At least they'll be where they're supposed to be. Since we don't seem to be able to open asylums, let's get him in jail. I'm done with this shit. Arrest him. Those cops should not have been doing that. These people were openly attacking somebody. Arrest them. Remember, they arrested people for J6 who walked in hours later, just walked on the grounds and went, wow, and walked off. They arrested them. We somehow, now it's the other way around, we can't arrest people openly assaulting someone? This is the big problem. And Donald Trump either needs to fix this shit or he's fucked. I'm telling you right now, the deportation numbers will never get there, and he will lose the midterms if he keeps letting his base get attacked and do nothing about it. This is what cost him, besides all the bullshit of the kerfuffle weird stuff that happened in 2020, but this is partially what cost him 2020 election, because he let cities be decimated and did nothing. He let his base be attacked, neighborhoods be attacked, and now he's doing the same thing. He's making the same mistake. President Trump needs to stand up and say, fuck this, arrest every prick assaulting an officer or journalist or random people. Somebody like me wearing a Trump hat. Arrest them and give them all federal time possible. This is a weakness, and they're taking advantage of it.
Hey, right here! Right here! Fuck you!
Also, these people are only brave in groups. How about just arrest them for being in the streets? We have laws about being in the street. Arrest them for that. Start arresting people for breaking laws. Why is it we only arrest one side for breaking laws or not even breaking laws? We can make up laws. But when lefties break laws, the right or center does jack shit. Nothing. Get the fuck out of the street. Don't assault people. And until we start arresting, I think Donald Trump's in a dangerous position. I don't know if he's going to win the midterms because of this shit. Too many of his base are going, what the fuck? Why aren't we seeing the real deportation numbers? Why is Obama still beating you in deportation numbers? That right there should piss off, including myself, a lot of Trump voters. What the absolute shit? You promised us this biggest deportation ever. Obama's kicking your ass. You're not arresting people breaking the law. What the fuck is going on? Grow a pair. I know people get pissed at me. Bullshit. I'm not a cultist. When Trump does right, I go, damn right. When he does bad, I'm going, what the absolute fuck? This is a huge what the fuck. Why? Why are we letting this go on? Brave in groups, everybody. When I run into one of these people alone, they don't fuck with me. The only time I've ever problems, they're in groups. Then they grow the balls.
Exactly!
Bunch of morons. Why are almost all the women fat asses? Holy crap. I'm sorry, but they are. It's like Free Willy.
Where's the guy that was running? Where's the guy that was running?
They don't even know. They'll just chase anybody. Look at that. They're just mob mentality. Chase anybody, beat him up. That guy's going, who was that guy who was running anyway? Doesn't know. He's going to go beat the crap out of some dude. He doesn't even know who it is. Friggin' nuts. Idiots. Pure idiots. Thank you, Jay Watterson, for that. The deportations continue. Anemic. We're not even up to Obama numbers. I know some of you go, oh my God, don't you still like Trump? Yes, I do. I still think Trump's the best president of my lifetime. But dude, I can call out the bad. Until we get above Obama numbers, it's not what we voted for. It's not what we voted for. All right, let me catch up. Yeah, they'll harass and attack anybody who they think doesn't show their ID. Yeah, that guy right there at the end of the video said, oh, who was that? Don't even know. This is the rabid, insane mentalities, people. It doesn't have to be a mob mentality like Tim Pool would talk about. Just doesn't. They don't care. They're lefties. Lefties do not care. Doesn't have to be a mob mentality. Just, they point, go attack that person, and they do it. They don't care. Harass and attack anyone they think doesn't. Yeah, 100%. 100%. These idiots need to be locked up in a nut house. Agreed. Republicans will lose the midterms. Epstein stuff alone has ensured that. Possibly. I don't know if the Epstein stuff is really registering as much as you think. I think, personally, the Epstein stuff is minor. I know you're going to get mad. Do I think people messing with kids is important? Fuck yes. But I think on the psyche of America, most people are more worried about this shit. This shit comes to their doorstep. These are people where you're walking down the street. If you support Trump, you could be attacked. You're watching people be attacked. You're watching your cities, whole areas of your towns, your cities, places you can't go because these people are there. That affects people. They're going to look at Donald Trump and go, what the absolute shit? Then they're also going to look, hey, where are our mass deportations we voted for? Those are things that clearly affect people now. The Epstein shit, it doesn't affect people as much. Most people aren't as into it. Those of us that are all over with the news and the internet, yeah, it registers more on us. This is the get in my face, talk about it at the dinner table shit. Hey, did you see the riots? It took me an extra hour to go home because I had to drive around these morons. Oh, Bob down the street got harassed by these leftards and nobody arrested him. Why isn't Trump doing anything to protect us? That is going to register. That is going to be the problem. 100%, I think it is. All right. Let's see here. Let's go. I not saying I don't want Epstein out there. But as we discussed the other day, Jay Watterson, no matter what is released on Epstein today, it could be 8 million pages on Epstein. And there's still going to be people out there go, that's not it. Since the people I don't think are involved are in that, the people I think are involved are not in that sheets, then too bad. You will never, ever satisfy people with Epstein, JFK, RFK. You'll never satisfy them with 9/11. You'll never satisfy them with even what happened to Martin Luther King Jr. You'll never satisfy them. So it doesn't matter what Trump releases, what Trump doesn't release. It will never be enough. Just saying. Because unless, Jay Watterson, dude, I love you, but even if you do not see every person you think should be in those sheets listed, you will never accept it. Most people will not. It's got to be, if I think A, B, C, D, and E are in there, and they release it and everything but E is in there, then too bad. I don't believe it. That's unfortunately the way we're at. And unfortunately, Trump and his people thought there was something there, got in there, and my personal belief is there was nothing there. And now they're fucked. But I still think this is more dinner table issue. People being attacked, having their cities decimated, having people get in their face, having tear gas, smoke, noise, people marching in their neighborhoods and shit. That is going to affect people more, and then the economy. Now, I think Trump had a big feather in his hat today with the peace deal. See how long it lasts, or at least getting the hostages home. And I know Jay Watterson and I disagree on this, but hey, that's the point. We can still disagree. They are just showing how educated idiots are there. No, Bunny, actually, you missed 2 letters. Uneducated. Remember, There are major studies showing that people on the left are actually very ignorant of facts. They are uneducated. They stick in their far left bubbles. They have no idea. These are people still spouting. Trump said there's good people in the KKK in Charlottesville. Trump is still a Russian pawn. They still spout this bunch of shit about Trump. Half of them don't even have a clue that that chick that accused him of doing her in the dressing room has also accused 26 other very rich, famous men of doing the same thing to her. You know? But she was laughed out of court those other 26 times. But suddenly with Trump, it's real. So no, they're uneducated. The center and the right are much more educated on facts. Because we will look things up. We won't just believe even a right-leaning source. We'll go, okay, and? Hell, even look at this. I am bringing up source upon source upon source, looking at things after things. You know, at least I'm giving something real. But yeah, 100%. All right, let's take a look here, see what you guys doing. When election season ramps up, the Epstein stuff will be all over the news. Only because Democrats push it. Because Democrats have got a wedge issue. Democrats don't care about Epstein. They didn't during the whole Biden administration. Sorry, Biden, whatever. The whole Biden administration. They didn't care either. Until now. Because it's a wedge issue. Do I think Trump handled it badly? Yep. Do I personally, once again, still think they thought there was more there. They'd been told it, heard it, read it. It's been hammered on all of us. There's more there. There may never have been more there. All right, let me see here. Let's see. We're about done for here for the guys. Let me see here. Check over Rumble. Thank you for being here, you guys on Rumble. Yeah, we're about 2 hours in even. So we're going to spend a little more time. Nobody's forgotten the Epstein victims. But you're still missing the fact that things that are in people's face right now, their safety, all the shit they see every day. They don't see Epstein stuff every day in their face. They know what happened. It's horrible. They're horrified by it. But you got these riots, these protesters, these violent shits out there. You got illegals in their face. You got stuff happening in their neighborhood, happening in their city. That is in their face. That will be more on their mind than Epstein, that it happened is not happening to them everywhere. There are millions and millions of Americans that are having this stuff happen in their face. There's a difference. You and me and a lot of other people on the internet can be more focused and up to date on Epstein. To most people, honestly, sadly, it doesn't register as much. What's in their face registers. Just saying. It's in their face. Or it's top of mind, if we want to quote Binder. Top of mind. Top of mind is people in their face damaging their city, tearing up stuff. When you're in some areas and you can't sleep because of all the people rioting and tear gassing, leaking into your apartment or your house. You can't drive to work. You get threatened by police just trying to go home because rioters are there. And how dare you go near the rioters? And this shit's happening everywhere. How do you think all these people in these neighborhoods in Chicago feel about this? It's in their mind. It's in their face. Epstein isn't being shoved in their face daily. So whether we like it or not, that's what's going to be top of mind. Cam Higbee. I want to ask you guys a quick question. What do you guys, I don't know if you know who Cam Higbee is. If you don't, go look him up on YouTube. What do you guys think of Cam Higbee? I've had a off and on used car salesman feel with him. And I've had times where I think he's doing a good thing. I think I've settled on the fact that I think Cam Higbee is on average good, doing what he's doing. I don't know if he's, actually I know he's nowhere near a Charlie Kirk, but I don't know, I don't know. He just, sometimes I get a vibe from him, but I still think he's doing the right thing out there. I think it's good he's out there. If you guys haven't seen him, go look him up on YouTube and take a look at a couple of his videos where he's out among these people. These people are lunatics. And I will say this, in Chicago, he's done better in Chicago than a lot of people out there. Getting into these people and really showing you how absolutely moronic they are. Which is, once again, why this is on everybody's mind more than, unfortunately, Epstein. So, hell, you can even go tinfoil and say, hell yeah, the powerful people behind Epstein definitely have made sure that that isn't on everybody's minds as much as this. When you have a nationwide phenomenon going on with riots everywhere affecting millions of Americans, sadly, it's going to be more on their mind and something they're going to worry about more than the Epstein stuff. Do I wish it was the other way? Yeah, I do. I do. Yep. I like this. The lady who threatened Cam Higbee right there is a confirmed Antifa member. Oops. Oops. Oh no, and her shirt says Antifa. Dude, if you have uniforms, you're definitely a thing. I'll die Antifa will never be a bootlicker. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now why is she not under arrest? Antifa is supposed to be a terrorist organization. Arrest them. Done. Get them out. Goodbye. So that's just me. Alright. As always, I could be wrong. And you know what, Jay Watterson? That's honest. As always, I could be wrong. But I just think that it's what's in people's faces. It's those dinner table issues. And what is in people's faces right now. You know? Just saying. It's like your car. It can make a little bit of rattling noise. But when that check engine light is on in your face, well, shit. It shows up. Let me see. But no, I don't think a lot of people forgot about the Epstein victims. It's just not as pressing as shit in their face with violence going on. People being shot, people being killed, people having their cars beat up, worry about sending their kids places because of these idiots out there. It's a thing. I'm just trying to say that they educated, but at the same time, how ignorant. Yeah. I'm not even sure they're educated. Have you seen how bad our schools are doing, Bunny? We're what, number 37th in the country? In the world, sorry. Number 37 in the world? There are tiny little shithole countries that most people call second or third world nations that are out educating us. I don't know if they're actually educated. I think they're uneducated and very indoctrinated to leftism, pretty much. All right. Let's see here. How's this for a plot? Uh-oh. When Jay Watterson opens up, how's this for a plot? Uh-oh. How's this for a plot twist? All right. Let's hear it. What's that guy's name? The film star. M. Night Shyamalan. Jay Watterson's going to play M. Night Shyamalan. How's this for a twist? With all the dependence on everything digital electronic, would be an interesting time for the grid to go down. Oh my God. Who do you think that would affect more? Honestly, I think it would affect lefties more because the TikTok insane generation, I think, is more dependent on technology even than center or right people. I'm going to say it. Center or right people have some skills. Most centrists or right-leaning people I know are blue-collar people with skills. Could go out and learn. They know how to light a fire. They know how to catch food and cook food. They know how to grow food. They know how to fix mechanical things. Know how to maybe even make a cheapy wind turbine or draw some sun power in. So, yeah, I think if that went down, I think it'd be damaging to the left. That's just me, but dependence on everything digital, oof. I think it would crash our country or any country if everything went down. No matter what country it is, it would crash the country. It'd be like Escape from L.A. Remember that? Got the little disc, boof, takes out and sends the whole country back to the Stone Age. And America got invaded, so thank you very much, Snake Plissken. Oh no, I remember, he set the world code. He sent the whole world back to the Stone Age. Sorry, I got my Snake Plissken mixed up there, which is something I must beg apologies for, because I love Escape from New York is epic. Escape from LA is still goofy but good. So yeah, could you imagine if it just happened to our country, we'd be fudged. If it happened to the world, I don't know. Are we up for a reset? As somebody with horrid lung problems and health condition, I'm not sure that'd be really good for me. So yeah. I don't know. I will say that I'm very pleased. My wife is always very proud of me and happy and amazed at how good I am at building shit and fixing shit. And I have a good amount of mechanical skill and a decent amount of engineering / electrical making skills. I'm very good at that stuff. So thank God, gods, whatever you believe in, the universe, for giving me that skill. I enjoy fixing and building things. So I do have that. And I think most right and center people are like that. So I think it would affect the left more, but it would have to be more than our country. It'd have to be the world. If not, we would be overrun by the people who still had the technology. China would not waste a second. What's this? Whoa. What's this dome thing they advertise about? What do you mean, Bunny? You talk about the gold dome or the iron dome type thing? Trump's golden dome? It's just a missile defense system. Israel has what they call the Iron Dome defense system. And it's a missile interceptor system to intercept incoming missiles and rockets. And Trump wants to do something like that for all of America. The Golden Dome or something like that he's calling it. That's all it is. If that's what you're talking about, he just wants a missile defense system for our government. It's almost like what Ronald Reagan used to say to Star Wars, Star Wars Defense Initiative, SDI, back in the day, where he wanted satellites and or a missile defense shield for our America. And Russia threw a fit back then, so did a lot of our enemies, which I don't know why Reagan backed down back then, because it was a good idea. It was a very good idea. Well, Jay Watterson, our power grid is huge. I have seen in my area some infrastructure being put more underground. Not enough, but more. I'm just saying. And in an era where we can each buy a solar setup, a generator, or a solar backup, which I'm thinking about changing my gas one to a solar generator if I can afford it. I'm a poor man. If you knew how large my house was, I own it, but it's not a big house. But it's mine and my wife's. So, yeah. Yeah, the SDI didn't work back then, but technology's advanced. But they may have made it work if they'd stuck with it, but Reagan backed off. But Reagan said a lot of good things, and most of it he didn't follow through with. I can go off on Reagan all day. I have some family. Part of my family is super far right. I think they really believe that Reagan was the one nailed on the cross, if you know what I mean. And I will get them screeching at me when I go off on Reagan. Oh, no problem, Bunny. I bet Jay Watterson even knows even more than I do about it. And I know you guys, I've pared down how many are here. I do appreciate that you guys stuck around. 2 hours and 12 minutes. But no, yeah. Reagan did need SDI to work as a threat. Yeah. Oh yeah, it caused the USSR and a couple other nations to pucker up. But boy, you can get me going about Reagan. Reagan was not a very good president. Sorry, he just wasn't. You look at what that man did and what he said and how he said one thing and did the other. Ugh. But yeah. But Cam Higbee, guys, if you don't know who he is, go look him up. Look at some of his videos out there. He's been involved in some kerfuffles. And unfortunately, I will say this, the Illinois State Police, I was on one of his live streams the other day, and I said the Illinois State Police officer who told him, Cam was talking, one day he was in the Illinois anti-ice protest, and this person was putting a siren right to his ear. He went by the police officer. The Illinois State Police officer went up and told the person, get that out of his face or you'll be arrested. That is illegal. That decibel level will damage people. That is assault. And this chick backed off. Next day, some other dingus is doing it. Cam went and directly talked to this officer. And he kept talking to the officer. The officer refused to do anything. He goes, well then, dude, if I'm gonna mace this dude. He's like, I'm gonna pepper spray this jerk. You can't be doing that. You'll damage my hearing. No, you can't do that. It's illegal. And the officer looked right at him and goes, well, if you pepper spray him, I'm going to arrest you. That officer, I said, get his badge number, get his name off his tag, and file a lawsuit against him. Yeah, I'm done with that shit. Any police officer does not follow the law, fuck off. Don't be a police officer. Either you took the oath to follow our Constitution and preserve and protect, or you didn't. Not, I was following orders. But yeah, check out Cam Higbee, and I want to know what you guys think. Go check out Cam Higbee, and then come back and comment under this video, what do you think of Cam Higbee? I personally think he's doing, in a general, a good thing, but he's proved once again how violent these lefties are and why Charlie Kirk was shot. Well, you have that much nose jewelry, you know what's going on. Mark of the beast. All right, let's see here. Let's go and do one. Actually, go here real quick. Let's see. Let's look up, see if I can find something fun real quick. Let's see if I can find anything. That's just a quick prompt. Oh, no. Okay. Let me see what you guys... The dome is called the Golden Dome. Thank you very much, Jay Waters. You know what worries me? Because Golden Dome, Golden Showers. It's a more advanced version of the Iron Dome. Yes. Thank you, Jay Watterson. 100%. All right. I don't know what this is. I just looked it up, so God's help me. I don't know what I just pulled up. Let me trigger my headphones so they don't take a second. There we go. Maybe I should go to plain wired ones.
Wait, can we get your
Oh, you're insecure. Look at that. That ego's hitting hard, huh? Woo!
Oh my God. Right now. Lefties, this is a public service. YouTube, we are here to help people. Especially my military commander, my peace officer, Jay Watterson. We are here to help. Do not get in people's face and assault them. It is a bad move. It will come back to bite you in the ass. Boof! Don't do it.
Oh my God. Right now.
Don't swing at somebody if you ain't got the balls. If all you've eaten is tofurkey and soy pups, which are hot dogs made of soy, if you look them up, soy pups, or tofu pups, or another one I saw. Don't swing on red-blooded, meat-eating American men and or, like my wife, American women who love eating their... Not trying to go there. I'm not going to continue that. But yeah, don't do that. You got noodle arms, don't swing on some dude that's right-leaning, especially could be an ex-military or something. Don't do it. Down he goes. And I love how, once again, Democrats are always saying, unmask the agents. Why are all the lefties wearing masks? Not all, but a lot of them. If you're so brave, how about this? I'll make a challenge. All leftards, all Antifa, all Black Bloc, whatever, take off your masks, and then we'll discuss our police officers taking theirs off. Just saying.
That ego's hitting hard, huh?
Don't do this. Do not. Oof. Bam. Bad move. Bad move. And I'm going to say this guy right here, I don't know if he's a security guard or something. Dude saw that shit coming. He did a Neo dodge on that and was ready to come back. Lefties, you gotta not go after people. I'm a small dude. I had some jackass go after me about 4 years ago. And he made a mistake thinking because he's taller than me and something. Well, that tofurkey did not prepare his muscles or his reflexes. When you get your butt kicked by somebody with 30-something% of his lungs functioning and horrid joints from the medical damage, well, the damage from the medicine, you done did something wrong in your life. Trust me, I hold myself to no regard, folks. Somebody like me, if like why it's called golf, not a sport, if I can do it with practice and do good with my lungs and my joints and shit, then it's not a sport. Feel free to send your complaints to lionsdenws6@gmail.com. All right. Yeah, you did, Jay Watterson. You were informative. We saw that last night. That's old. All right. Unless anybody's got anything new they wanted me to look up and discuss with them, I think we'll call it at about 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I'm going to say, and this is no shot at Bunny, Jimmy, Jay Watterson, Joel, and the others who've been here, but and on YouTube and Rumble, by the way. But boy, I do seem to do much better later. So I think Jay Watterson, I'm going to do my best in the next week or so to do a couple mid-morning streams and see how it goes. And see how it goes. So I will definitely try. That one there. This dude is big. Look at the noodle arms on this dude compared to this guy. What was this guy thinking? This guy's arms are as big as this dude's legs. And yes, that's not always a thing. I mean, yes, skill, reflexes matter. But jeez, dude, think twice. And don't go in with a slap. He goes in with a slap and whacking this stick at this dude. Excuse me. This is just every bit coming to him he deserves. And I'm sorry, I'm doing it on purpose slow because I just love the fall. It's like, and good night. Poof. She almost got herself jacked. So yep. Don't futz around and find out. Ooh, I know what I'll do real quick. Boom. Let me check my phone, guys. Sometimes I take notes. Negative ways. Let me see if I had any notes in here. I take notes because I'm a moron. Because I need notes. And I lost it. There it is. There it is. Notepad. We talked about that. Yeah, I'm good. Picked on Joe Rogan last night. It seemed like a lot of people liked that. I got a good amount of views for that stream, guys. So thank you very much. All right. Anybody got anything else? Because I will discuss it real quick. If not, we are going to scooch out of here. And thank you very much to Buckle Bunny and Jay Watterson. You guys, honestly, I'm not being a kiss ass, but you guys do help me out a lot. You also keep me on track and make great suggestions. And yes, I thank you very much. Bunny, I've known you a long time. And Jay Watterson, dude, you are an active dude. And I thank you very much for your time, your effort. If I ever grow this channel, I will not forget that. I'm not that type of person. But thank you very much. Stay safe, like Jay Watterson says. And Bunny, watch that vertigo living up in the mountains, hon. My God. Joel and Jimmy, thank you very much. And to those who lurked on both sides, thank you very much. Please hit thumbs up. And honestly, share the channel or stream out to even leftists. I am not here to hear one side. I will discuss and argue my points. I am not Andrew Wilson, but I will damn well try. So that's why I have Jay Watterson here. because I'm not Andrew Wilson. I can't argue as well. I'm just a smart ass with a keyboard and internet connection. Well, you see, you got me beat because I'm more of a dumbass with a keyboard and internet connection. Or maybe and I pick on him a lot, but Tim Pool likes to call it midwits. I'm more of a midwit. Oh, okay, kiddos. Thank you very much. I appreciate you stopping in. Feel free, if you watch this later, check out another video or two. If you like anything I do, come back, catch a stream, and if I can amuse you again, please then subscribe. Other than that, don't subscribe if you accidentally run into me, because I don't know if I've earned it. All right, kiddos, I know I'm horrible at saying good night, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and look at this. We're out of here before 4:30 in the morning. Woohoo. Talk to you.